We're going to head back to the Hotel Sofitel, the beautiful hotel, the Grand Ballroom in Toledo, Ohio, for our next match featuring the former World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, the great Wojo, against Rick Sampson, the WWA Rookie of the Year. Quite an accomplished young professional wrestler.
You're right, Terry. He is a Rookie of the Year, and Rick Sampson is an outstanding young professional wrestler. But my good, close, personal friend, the great Wojo, a man that I have admired for years. Credentials, Terry, longer than my arm. Come on,
I'll give you that.
The guy's great.
Absolutely.
Man. Olympic wrestler, former WWA heavyweight champion, and believe me, man, you have had to have been to be a former, because I know that you always try to put a dig in there about the former, but you have had to have been, man. Don't you get it?
That's true. I'll give you that.
Okay.
The great Wojo.
The guy's great, man. I love watching him perform. And, you know, I'll tell you, he's got a new move that he's perfected.
Ooh, I think we might see that in this particular match, as I recall. The great Wojo against Rookie of the Year, Rick Sampson.
Beautiful fireman carry takedowns by Rick Sampson. Grabs himself an arm lock on the great Wojo. And already Rick Sampson in the early seconds of this match with the advantage. Wojo drapes Sampson over that top rope. Throat first, by the way, the former champion. Great expression of glee on his face.
Well, he still used a lot of his tactics taught to him by Dr. Jerry Graham, I think.
You aren't kidding.
This is one of the problems that some of these lesser experienced wrestlers have with Wojo, that he starts wrestling the right way and he pulls the wrong way on it.
Which he does. He's very unpredictable. Off the ropes goes Wojo. Nice move. Beautiful arm drag. Caught him with a hip toss the first time, and now Wojo, though, is right there with the head scissors. Samson quickly extricates himself right in there again with an arm drag. Wojo with the head scissors. Samson kicks out.
He's got that speed.
Good moves. He does. Arm drag. Wojo right there with an arm right across the throat. Again, takes his head scissors. Got the left arm tied up as well here. That's a great Wojo. He will tie you up like a pretzel in no time flat. The great Wojo, of course, for so long, for so many years, the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion now finds himself in the ranks of the contenders, albeit the number one contender.
He does not make a happy man either, Terry.
He won't be happy until he wears the gold around his waist again.
He wants Scott Rexner's head on a platter.
You aren't kidding. That's a good way to put it. Wojo, as Rick Sampson tries to relieve some of the pressure, tries to extricate himself here. Wojo with a pull of the tights. And Samson managed to get out of it. So Wojo did Samson a favor there. They square off in center ring again. Wojo with a weight advantage too on Samson. You'll see him use that weight to try to wear down Samson as well, I'm sure.
He is so powerful. And he knows how to use that power, Terry.
Good move. Samson showing up. The former champion, the Rookie of the Year.
Here's some regulation moves.
Body scissors now, taking him over. Got the shoulders on the mat. We got, oh, jeez, a two count.
So close.
You see, that's what we meant before, Sam.
Yeah, here we go
One,
again.
two. Whoa. That's about as close as you can come. Again, into the ropes, though. That'll break it.
Samson is strong.
And has quite a bright future.
Yes, he does. But again, unfortunately, he's going to have to go through a lot of schools of hard knocks.
He's got probably the hardest knocker of them all in there now.
Gotta agree with you, Terry.
Wojo with a handful of hair, keeping Samson in his headlock. Wojo squeezing that head. Again with a handful of hair. The referee's on the wrong side, can't see it, into the ropes. The great Wojo, a much more intense wrestler since he lost the title. And the fact he is so much more vicious.
Well, he is still managed by Graham, is he not, Terry?
Yes, he is. The reason that Graham isn't out here at ringside is the fact they claim that Wojo doesn't need any help. Very simple. Ooh, collision. Samson down. Wojo off the ropes again. Samson went down a second time. This time, though, caught him with a leg trip. A leg trip takedown. Now Samson got the legs all tied up as Wojo makes it to the ropes. Rick Sampson giving a good showing for himself so far. The experience of the great Wojo came into play there. Wojo moved right in, just rushed right in and grabbed that headlock. There you see him with a handful of hair again.
He's just wrenching that neck, Terry. That's Rick Sampson's neck going to be sore for about a week.
I think the hair pulling, Sam, is more of a psychological move than anything else. Wojo doesn't need the handful of hair to maintain the side headlock.
I've got to agree with you, Terry.
He's doing it just to sort of, it's like you're rubbing your knuckles into somebody's head or something.
Right.
Wojo hurled off. Samson went down again. Over the top goes Wojo. Samson, whoa, he's caught that time though. Holy Toledo.
He could be in trouble with this bear hug.
Whoa, Wojo drops him down. Spine crusher. Reverse atomic drop, whichever you prefer. Backbreaker by the great Wojo.
This could be
probably
it.
No.
Did he get it?
No, Samson rocked out. Samson, very close, I think, to being pinned, but we may see him come back yet. Wojo back first he goes into the turnbuckle.
He hasn't used that move in quite a while, Terry. That is awesome.
Just to show you the power of the great Wojo, holding a 224-pounder now for many, many seconds there.
He just threw it like a sack of potatoes. Did you see that?
He did. Wojo putting the boots to Rick Sampson. The Rookie of the Year definitely having his problems here.
Vicious forearm.
Wojo with a knee lift. Ooh, that one put him flat back onto the mat. The great Wojo probably wishes he were Scott Rechsteiner in there right now.
Oh, yes.
I think he'd have a limit against Rick, but he would have a lot more problems with Rechsteiner. Wojo to the second rope. Here he comes with that sledgehammer.
He caught him right on the head.
Putting in a couple of boots, and I think Rick Sampson has just about had it. But we won't count him out yet.
Look at Wojo just smiling.
Ooh, shoulder, an attempt for a shoulder breaker. He missed with it for the most part. Ooh, that was 2 7/8.
Samson's still got some steam left, Terry, but I don't know. He may just be up against too many odds for him.
Wojo just having his way with Rick Sampson. Couple of elbow smashes into the shoulder. He can just pop that shoulder out any time here. There's that clubbing sledgehammer again across the back of Rick Sampson. Sampson looks like he's trying to get out of the ring to get away from Wojo, which wouldn't be such a bad idea. He could take that 10 count, regroup a little bit, right? The great Wojo pulls into his feet again. Big knee lift puts Samson on his back. One thing, Sam, let's see if we get the count here. Oh, you got to give Samson a lot of credit. He has taken the punishment from the best in the business.
This is true.
Maybe the second best. Let me be more accurate.
Yes, that's right. Well, Wojo likes dishing out the punishment, and
There's very few better.
he's giving a full order of the menu to Rick Sampson tonight.
Wojo missed. Samson there with a drop kick.
He caught him right in the head.
Come on, Rick. Another drop kick puts Wojo down.
He's got some fire left, Terry.
And he's got to follow through now. He takes Wojo down. And a big body slam. Rick's got a lot more left than I thought he did to get Wojo up like that.
That's a lot of weight to bring right up and smash back down, Terry.
Samson driving in the fist in the corner. That's what it's going to take. He's got to get that fire up and maybe forget a few rules here. Good monkey flip by Samson.
Don't know how much longer Samson can keep up this pace.
Wojo whipped into the corner. Here comes Samson. Oh. That's bad news. He came in and came right down on top of that knee. And I'm afraid that's going to be about it for Rick Sampson. One backbreaker. And Wojo's not ready yet.
He won't let him go yet. He wants wants to do serious damage, and he may just do it with this.
We may see the pile driver. I don't remember.
Oh!
We do. Head first right into the mat. I don't remember seeing Wojo use that. But he did it to great effectiveness as he gets a victory.
Well, you mentioned the new hold of the great Wojo, certainly the most devastating hold in professional wrestling. You know,
It's not a hold anyway, son.
A maneuver.
It's a maneuver. That's
Right.
right, man. It's a pile driver. As you well know, I perfected the pile driver, man. And Dr. Graham asked me as a personal favor, he said, Chris, would you please take Wojo and teach him the correct way to do a pile driver?
let me ask
For
you
one
this.
reason. For one reason. Because the opponents of the great Wojo have gotten up too easily after the matches. You know, that doesn't set real good with Dr. Graham. When you guys go back and he says, did they get up and leave? And you say yes. Oh, man.
It doesn't get it.
No, sir, not at all.
Put him out.
Out. Finito.
Well, that says it pretty clearly, I guess. The philosophy, according to Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter. So there you have it. Another great victory for the great Wojo using that pile driver. Certainly a devastating addition to his wrestling arsenal. More Bruiser Bedlam in store for you. We'll be right back.